Namaskar. I'm Mr. Kumar Kaki, the presenter of Basi Bialo. We talk about various experiences of life, various ups and downs of life with various people from different genres, so to say. And today in our studio we have Dr. Bhawani Shankar Adhikari, lecturer of English, Balmiki campus, Nepal Sanskrit University. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
How are you?
It's fine. Going on.
Yeah, that's great. You've done your doctorate, PhD, on portrayal of punishment and fear in Ved Passage, the Garuda Puranam and Dante
Alighieri's Inferno.
Oh, Alighieri's Inferno.
Inferno.
Fine. What is the gist of your PhD?
Exactly. These are the two concepts, Eastern philosophy and the Western philosophy. Dante refers to the Western philosophy, and Dante's Inferno is based on Christianity. And this book, Dante's Inferno, is not only just a complete book. The Divine Comedy is the epic of Dante, and Inferno is the first book of this epic. There are three books. Second is Purgatory, third is Paradise, and then this first book talks about punishment of the sinners to the sinners, right? And in the same way, this Garuda Puranam is also divided in three parts, right? First part is of 240 chapters. That is called Purvakalpa in Sanskrit, right? And second part is about, second book is Pretakalpa. It is 49 chapters altogether. And the third part is Mokshakalpa, it is called, right? And that is 30 chapters. And I have searched the scene, how the sinners are punished there in Garuda Purana, and how the sinners are punished there in Inferno, in the Western philosophy, in Dante Alighieri's Inferno. And exactly, I have applied the theory of fear. And see, generally, in Dante's Inferno, I have applied the Christianity, principle of Christianity, to see as a lens to find out the sinners, how they are punished. And there in Dante, in Garuda Puranam, I have applied Karma Siddhanta, that is called Karma theory, right?
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
And then even applied the principle of fear to see both texts, right? How fear is applied in the East and the West, and how fear is taken as a law of the law, right, to control the society.
Okay, so you applied the concept of fear. Fine.
Yes.
There are so many burning issues in Nepali context. There are so many burning issues in the global context as well. What motivated you to go back to this classical text for your research?
Exactly. What happens, motivation matters with the interest of the people, right? Exactly. When I went through the Inferno, I found even in the West there is the rebirth, concept of punishing the sinners in the hell. Inferno itself is a hell. And I have heard many narratives about Garuda Purana, about the rituals on the occasion of the death of the people, and I thought, why is not to go there and explore the similarities and differences about the punishment system of the sinners in the Garuda Purana, and even there in Inferno, in the West and the East, might be. And I thought, I wanted to find out the differences time when Garuda Purana was written and when this Inferno of Divine Comedy that of Dante was written. And was Dante really influenced by the Eastern philosophy? Or just he had a different idea, just he developed there. So I wanted to just link these two ideas. And I thought it would be better for the society to know the Eastern culture and the Eastern culture, how
Western
it is
culture.
going on.
Yeah, Eastern
right?
culture and Western culture.
Western culture.
Well, my point is that what is the practical application of your research? My point is, what is the practical application in the present age to the present people?
The present world is the world with full of fear, with full of criminal activities, with full of sinners. People are motivated for money, right? They are not motivated towards the salvation. They are no longer ethical. They are no longer morally sound, right? They run after the money. They become even ready to commit the crime, right? And then for that, what is useful, this research, is that exactly people listen that narratives of Garuda Purana in the rituals, but they listen only for as rituals. They do not take the importance of it, right? And what I thought when I just went through it, and what I found is that exactly people do not fear of their crimes. They are not scared of their making crimes if they do not get this sort of ideas injected in their brains, right? And when do people exactly know or just understand and the things of the fear is that when they are in the rituals after the death of their nearest and dearest one, their relatives, they really feel sad. And when someone injects some ideas in their mind, in this melancholic situation, they realize it. They feel it. Oh, this is the crime that leads the people to different systems of punishment in the hell and other areas. So, this is a corrective way to the people, right? Once they listen, they realize and they correct their mistakes and they can change themselves to the right path, to the better path of life. They may stop committing crimes. They may just fear, they may have the fear of the God, fear of the punishment after the death. After all, generally people are afraid when we go after the death, either to the hell or to the heaven. Or we come here on earth as being the ghost, right? See there. So people are maybe sincere, more sincere only at the time of just that critical situation of losing their relatives, and it can change them. It can bring them in a better position, and the society can be really just move properly well. One good example: Nepal is not developed. Why? Leaders are without fear.
Okay.
People are without fear. They think that they can do whatever they like, and they think they are the gods. They are the powerful, and they do not think anything what happens after their death. Do they go with the money? Do they go with the power after the death? It is necessary to learn, especially by those who are the rulers, who are ruling the countries, who are administrators of the country, and who are always mad for corruption and then going after the money and just destroying the nation. Right?
The point is that is it only the suitable time of ceremony? My point is it only during those ceremonies of death rituals that Garuda Puran has to be taught, or should it be taught at other rituals also, or at other, my point is, should Garuda Puran be taught at other times?
Yes, why not? Garuda Puran has been misused only as a part of narration during the time of the death of relatives.
Okay.
In fact, 240 chapters talks about science.
Okay.
It talks about the childbirth system. It talks about geography. It talks about the stone, value of stone.
All
It
right.
talks about number of things that is very scientific ideas that they are still unexplored. In the beginning, when I selected this topic, I thought maybe I did not select the good text. But later, when I went inside the text and I found it is the most valuable text, it's still unexplored things. And those things should be given to the society as an information, right? What the things are there inside. And not only this, they just narrate this Garuda Puran, only 16 chapters. They think they have the argument that they have brought it in a summarized form. But I don't think so. It is in 49 chapters altogether, right? And there is, again, the second part leads or talks about the moksha, and what it says, the Pretakalpa says there is nothing, right? Sinners do nothing else but they have to go to the hell after their sins. And the writer, exactly, Vedbas, has attempted to convince the people there is nothing in the world, right? Let's not just run after the money, after the crime, after the sin, and there is no way except going for salvation. And for salvation we need to go towards the just meditation, towards the just path of God, and praying the God, being one with the God. That is moksha kalpa, right? So instead of narrating only in this rituals, we should give this message to the society. It is a different text. It is a philosophical text. It is a literary text. It is a scientific text. It is a text of investigation and exploration of so many things inside. They are still untouched. So it is necessary to go there and give the message to the society. That is what I have felt. And one idea from this Garuda Purana, Pretakalpa, what I have learned is that it creates a fear in the mind, in the heart of the people.
Has it really created fear?
Why not?
What do you think?
When people really feel that sort of a case is a sin, the criminals, the sinners who have committed the sin, they can have the feeling of fear. Those who are sound, who are far from sin, committing sin and then crimes, why do they fear? They just learn and they just get the information. And it is useful for those who are the sinners, who have already committed sin and committed crimes, and they realize and they can get the correction. They can just improve their life. That is what I have found. And they should apply it. They should read it to bring them into the They should get this information to bring them into the real path. Otherwise, it becomes useless, right?
Do you think, on a serious note,
Yes.
the parliamentarians should be taught Garuda Puran at least once a month?
They should learn, even if they are just ignoring it, they should learn, and they should just try to find out the fact of what they are going to do and how they will be just punished after their life.
Isn't it that they listen to it during death rituals or such ceremonies, and after they come out of that melancholic situation, they forget everything? Why is it so?
Generally, that 13 days ritual is only what we call a kind of making the pain easier, lesser to just forget it, right? And why do they forget is that they still move towards the material world. Once we visit to Pashupati temple and people are burning, dead bodies are burning, we become very sad and happy, and then we feel life is meaningless. The moment we come out, we forget everything else. Maybe so is the case there for those, right, who listen the rituals. But in fact, the sinners may feel they should not do those things. They should do something better. And it is said, whatever the karma people do, they get the reward and punishment after all. There is a Sanskrit slok, ena sarirena yada yada karma karoti yaha tena sarirena tat phalam upasrute. That means the body, parts of the body, whatever the work we do, all the parts, if we tell lie, in the next life we cannot speak. Alright, that is the punishment of lying.
Okay.
If we steal something with our hands, in the next life we will be burned as snakes without hands and then legs. So that is a punishment, right? If we just steal water, and then in next life we will get the punishment according to Garuda Purana, either to live forever in the water as a fish, or we become the bird that is called kakakul, right? Who does not, that bird.
If we kill aquatic animals.
If we steal the water, stealing water,
okay,
right? That's our punishment. So number of punishment, what action we do, so will be the punishment in after our life, right? So things are narrated.
But people want logical reasons, but people want practical examples. People take it only as a narration, as you have stated. So how can we convince people that the punishments cited in Garuda Puran are to be taken seriously? How can we implant it in the mind of youths?
Exactly what happens.
They want scientific reasons, they say.
Yes, exactly what they think these are only the stories. These are only the narrations. And people forget. People do not want to listen it. And they think it is useless, valueless, right? And in fact, it was a law. It was a law written during the time say exactly it was written in 9th century, right?
Okay, 9th century.
9th century, especially in Mithila, right? In Mithila state. And the rulers were without law, without fear, without anything else. They were cruel, they were unkind, they wanted to just rule the country without justice. And the scholars like Rishis, like Ved, like Vyasa thought, why not to make the law? In the lawlessness, it was a kind of law to rule them, to bring them in the logical, in the order, in this code of conduct, and to give the justice to the people, right? So, in fact, it was written to create the fear in the heart from the religious point of view to the rulers of that time, right? And still, the person who listens seriously about these all the ideas mentioned in the Garuda Purana during the time of rituals, they exactly feel. They can just feel. They can. It can touch in their heart. If they realize it, and then only it comes in the practical life, right?
My point is that if you steal someone's property, you will not have hands, or your hands will be caught in the next life, or something like that. So, how far is it logical?
Maybe it is not logical, but only if we read the story. But what happens if we go on finding the proofs? Why snakes are snakes, right? And why they have got that sort of life? It talks about 84 lakh juni, yonis, and why don't we quote these life cycles after the death? And does the soul die? Our soul die after the death? See, there are the ideas in the Sanskrit, right? And soul never dies. It just transfers only. When these transformation of souls are just really realized through the study, through the idea of religious concept by the listeners, they perhaps feel that is okay. They have to become philosophical. They have to become serious. What life happens after the death? Does it only just die? Does the soul die with the death of the body? If they start pondering over it, thinking about it, they may just realize. But common general people may not realize it. And philosophically, when they go inside it, they find the logic. They find the ideas how it comes in the practical life, right?
We touched a little bit about fear. What are the different types of fear that you can see from religious perspective?
Yeah, fear in religion, fear it is said, it is defined even in Sanskrit. Mat bayat vati vatoim suryastapati mat bayat. Barsutindro dahatir agnir mirtustarati mat bayat. This is a Sanskrit word. Mat bayat means because of my fear, right? And then vati vatoim means even the air flows, right? And then Suryastapati Mat Bayat means even the sun gives the light because of the fear of the God. Alright? And then Barsutindra means even Indra gives water, rain, right? Because of fear of God. Dhatira Agni means even the fire burns the dead body or other things because of the fear of the Almighty God. And Mritustarati means even the death works because of the fear of the Almighty God, that the system has been established, right? And there are fear, people do not have the fear in fact, right? When does the fear come, right? And fear exactly comes with the consciousness. If a man is not conscious, and he or she does not get any fear, if there is just a bomb, right? And we regard as just football and start playing. But if we just, when we kick the bomb, it blasts and kills the people, and comes the realization, no, there is a blasting, it kills. When we touch the fire, it burns our hands, and we feel, oh, it touches, and the consciousness. So fear comes with the consciousness, right? If there is no consciousness, no fear comes, right? And another idea, there are positive fear and negative fear. right? That can be called black fear and white fear, right? And positive fear really leads the man towards the achievement, towards the success of life. Negative fear leads towards the destruction, right? Those people who are guided with negative fear, they become really just what you call violent, right? They can have a suicidal bomb attack, right? And then they may not just lead their life properly, they lead to their life towards the destruction, right? They may go to the depression. But this whole world has come up to this position because of fear. In the past,
is it that people have neglected fear, or is it that people fearless these days that we have got so many social evils? Am I correct if I say so?
It's alright, maybe, but exactly what happens, fear comes only with the consciousness, and people do not think there is something, punishment after their activities, after their actions, right? They should know what is right and what is wrong, right? If they know the right thing to do, and then if they fear the wrong thing to do, and then only they can come into the right path, in the right direction. Otherwise, they go to the wrong direction. Right now, what I want to point out is here, right? No one fears in the fall. In the world too, right? Leaders do not fear. And they do not fear with the public. And they are fearless because of fearlessness. What happened? And what has happened? The world, the country has not been developed, advanced. It is not going in the right track. These leaders who are in the position must know, right? Must be feared. And no leaders have any fear of any senior leaders, right? And before, if there is no fear of anyone else, and it becomes anarchism.
Anarchy is created.
No one just gets fear of with anyone else. And what happens? And where chaos, disorder, this sort of things take place, right? So fear is to be there, injected in their mind, in their the psychology. And they are not afraid of going to election again to get the vote. See, this is one. Perhaps the leaders in Kathmandu Valley are afraid. They are scared with Malin like independent candidate who has won and doing something for the valley, for the capital, right, to improve it. He's going through the law. They are silent right now. All party leaders are silent. Why? Because they have the fear they may lose the election if they speak right now. Perhaps they may start opposing him, criticizing him, almost not giving any the chance to do his work, his vision to apply after the election because they do not fear again, right? So fear also should be applied in there. It works, right? Fear works, but exactly they are just fearless. And fearlessness does not make them good. And fear is also very good, right? It has a good definition. Suppose there is one student. If the student does not fear of his exam, and then he does not study, he fails naturally. And the same student, if he fears too much, he goes to the depression. He can do nothing. So there is a medium fear, nor too fearlessness, nor extreme fear. Fear should be functioning in a medium way. Right?
Fear should be balanced.
Balanced one. Medium fear, that leads the success. Suppose if I drive a bike without fear on the road, I may get an accident. Overconfident, that is fearlessness, brings accident. Too much fear, again I cannot drive. Right? If I have balanced fear, it goes properly. It takes me in the right direction, right destination.
We do understand that there has to be the existence of fear, and we have to fear in any system in order that the system goes well. But why are we not able to inject fear in humans in order to refrain them from committing crimes, in order to refrain them from evil activities? What should be done? What is the role of the society? What is the role of the teachers, or what is the role of the civic society?
Fear should be just inculcated.
But how?
It should be given through the example to the society. And we all fear, in fact. No one is fearless, right? We fear and we go in our duty on time, right? We fear and we drive properly. We fear ourselves and we remain in a discipline, right? And if there is no fear, the world cannot exist. And then there is everywhere fear is just existed. But it depends how person understands, right? How the fear is taken by the person in his or her day-to-day life, right? Exactly to give the idea of fear, when a person is really in a critical situation, if doctor says you are suffering from cancer, he gets out of control of his life. But until and unless he is not given the information about the cancer, he's fearless, right? In the same way, we must give the ideas to the society, give the information to the society, and we must make the laws in the society of punishment and reward in the society. When we make strong rules, regulation, laws to conduct the society, naturally fear comes, right? Now all the people who have made the buildings in Kathmandu without this norms and values in the city, Balan has brought those things and he is breaking down, dismantling, right? And now they are afraid, and they have started to just dismantle their illegally built buildings themselves, right? That is one way of creating fear to them, right? Fear should be created through the law. Fear should be created through the system. Fear should be created through the social values, right?
Wow.
Fear should be just taught to them through the social, non-social values, social group, social what you call pressure group, right? That is what is essential, right? And there should be some sort of ideas to give even the reward to those who have done good work through the society, through the system, through the law, right? So it can be inculcated, it can be taught through the norms and values and systems and the laws to the society, right?
Great.
Nice idea.
Great, I do agree. Let me a little bit change the subject matter.
It's alright. It's alright.
We talked about fear, we talked about Garuda Puranam, we talked a little bit about Eastern and Western philosophy. As you went through both these texts, what similarities and differences did you perceive personally?
These two texts are written in different contexts. One in Western context, one in Eastern context.
After all, human
right?
beings are same wherever they are.
Yes, they are same. And exactly what the similarity I found is that Dante Dante was a politician too. He was exiled, right, from the country. When he got exiled and he started writing this. And what I found, exactly Dante wanted that the world should be ruled by the single person. That should be from the Italian, right? Exactly the people of Rome. They were the best people, that is what he thought. And in the text, what I found the difference is that in that inferno, sinners are committed and just punished only after the death. After the death. And there is no rebirth. There is 9 circles of hell. Dante has created 9 circles of hell and 10 ditches within the hell. 10 ditches. Ditches.
Okay.
And then there is one character, and we should take the name of the God all the time. And we should just ask forgiveness with our sin, with our crimes, whatever we have committed. And we should be always after the God and ask forgiveness in the Christianity, in the Christian belief. And if we do not take the name of the God, and even by not taking the name of the God, in the first circle of the hell, the dead person's soul is thrown as a punishment. And if he or she has taken the name of the God for forgiveness, asking forgiveness of either knowingly or unknowingly the sins are committed, he or she is not taken, just thrown in the first circle, he is directly sent to the heaven, right? And then there the God comes, angel of God, and just God comes and at the time of death and gives the judgment. What sort of things the person has committed throughout his life. How many sins, how many good words, right? What positive and negative things he or she has committed. And there the decision is made, and either that person is taken to heaven or sent to the hell. In which circle of the hell is decided by the particular character there, Jaws, placed there, right? And the more the greater the sinner, the okay, narrower the hell is there, the deeper the hell is there, the lesser the sin, the just okay, wider the just okay, hell is there, and less punishment is there given there, right? But here in Garuda Purana, what we find is that after the death, there are in different hells, different cases, names of hells are there, thousands of names of hells are there, but 7 hells are major hells, and 28 hells are even narrated there, and then Baitani river is one of the hells, right?
Okay,
See,
what is that Baitani?
that river is that river is the river of blood, river of paws, river of almost stools, river of just animals, the horrible animals, right? And river of just pigs, spears there, and just so many just animals are there, and the body that is thrown, that soul is thrown there, the sinner's soul is thrown there in the hell. And then that is a torture, that is a tear, his body is torn out, beaten, eaten, and too much pain. But later on again it comes another place. He or she has to spend long period of life there as a punishment, as a sin committed in this life. And then after that, other hells are there. No, that is not the end of the punishment in Baitani river, again in another river. Right? See there, another just place. There are a number of hells. And after that, they have to come into the form of life of the plants. There are Sanskrit words, right? In Sanskrit words, what it is said, Andaja, 21,000 lives are there in Andaja, means that comes out of the eggs, right? And then, another, and there are even Andaja and Jarayuja means last, that is human life, that comes mammal.
Okay,
mammal.
in order to come to human life, one has to pass
They have to
stages.
they have to pass almost 4,800,000 life cycles, and then only they get the human beings. When they become man, and then again what happens, the man also, it is the best form of life. And what it says, if the man has done very good things, Chitragupta, there is a lot of there are in our recorded. Chitra is there, a map is there. What scene we have committed in our images in our heart, in our chest. And Chitragupta keeps all the records. Chitragupta does not have to see what read there. His jaws there in the hell. And he knows at once how much sin and how much good work he or she has done.
Where is it pictured?
That is in our body.
In our body.
That's why Chitra. It is hidden in the form of Chitra. Gupta is there. Hidden. That Gupta means hidden in Chitra. The name of that jaws of hell is given Chitra Gupta. Chitra means maps of our sins, maps of our good works are there in our chest, in our body inside, right? And just he finds there. And if you have done good work, there are different ways. If you are not a sinner, if you have done very good to the society, the angel of death comes with the salute, with very good forms of life. They take you there with the respect. And from there, even that Chitragupta salutes and requests, please go to heaven. Go to heaven. And it's common sinner who has not done much sin, and then he goes like a prime minister of Nepal, right, or any countries, takes there. And then there, and even Chitragupta says, you have not done much crime, so please go to the life of human being again back. And comes in the life of human beings.
Okay, but
the sinner who has committed much sin, he is taken with the monsters, giants, with the swords, beating, hitting, and just kicking, even on the road, with full of spears on the road. And the Chitragupta does not want to see the face of that person. At once he or she is thrown to the different circles of the hell, different parts of the hell. One idea, very interesting idea, the man who does very good work here on earth and goes to heaven, he cannot live there forever. Once he has a certain period of time to stay even there in the heaven, and then again he has to come back to the earth in the form of man. It's always good person, the person who does good work for the society, who does not commit crime, goes to heaven, comes here. Goes to heaven, again comes here. That is a better path, right? So to get this life is very difficult for those, right, who are the sinners, right? That's what is narrated there. But in Inferno, this system is not said. all the sinners are punished there in 9 circles and 10 ditches of hell, right? And it does not say that they get another life of human beings again.
Is salvation possible in that Western text or Western
There,
tradition?
in Inferno, salvation is not given. Once the sinner are punished, they are there forever.
Forever.
It is not saved.
For eternity.
They do not eternity. They do not get any just salvation. But here in Garuda Purana, salvation is given, right, with the good work. In next life, when the man comes with the just punishment of various hells and again getting new life, if he does good work, there is a salvation again.
Alright,
Right?
so
But one idea, there, that Inferno is based mainly as literary text, right? And there, Dante himself visits in the hell. He is alive, while he is alive, right? There is a guide, Virgil, and Virgil is commanded by the goddess, right, to take Dante there down to the hell, and then bring there in purgatory, and even to the heaven. Dante visits there alive, but here no one has seen the hell. It is only narrated, right? That is the difference. So that is a literary book. It is a religious text, right? Though it is religious, it is a law of the time when it was without law, the society that needed, right? And in fact, these both texts work and function as the laws to create the fear in the society and to make them and just lead them in the right path, in a better path of life, so that they can have morally, ethically sound life. And the society, it has imagined, both texts have imagined that the world, if they follow these laws, if they do not commit the crimes, the world can become really without sinners, without criminals, without corruption, without bad works, evils, only good peoples. It would be like a heaven, right? That is what is the vision of both writers.
Okay.
That is what I have realized, right?
So, according to the Garuda Puranam, our human life that we have right now is a result of so many good deeds that we have done.
Yes.
Or because we cannot come to human life after committing crimes. It takes
Yes, that's right.
thousands and thousands of years.
It takes what you call 84 lakh units.
Yes.
Okay, 8400,000. 8400,000 units. Units means a bar.
Okay,
Right.
84,000 birds
birds.
we come to this form.
Yes.
So, if it were true, having come to our human life after so many transformations, why are still people sinful? Why do they still go for sins? Or why do they still commit sins or do covetous activities or do corruption? What do you think?
It is very good question, right? Why, these people or we people who are in this position do not know what we did in the past. Did we really get transformation of those 8400,000 unis?
Or did we come directly
Or
from heaven?
did we come directly from the heaven? Basically, we did good work in our previous life, right? Or did we come in the form of the man from the hell? Is the Chitragupta just get the life of human beings, right? So this sort of knowledge is not given to those sinners. So they start committing crime and again they go on this circle of directly 8400,000 this life cycle, right? So my point is that this should have the information, this one. And if we give that sort of information, perhaps they may not commit the crime.
But the thing is
Ignorance.
that in order to make people understand or realize it, there has to be a scientific base. Because people want logical reasoning, people want scientific proofs.
Yes. People want scientific proof because it is a modern society. They believe in science. But even the scientists, when they do the experiment, they take the name of God. They believe?
Yeah.
Yes. So, there is nowhere, something is there. This our psyches should think. Something is existed in the universe. That's why the world is running.
Do you think that there is something inaccessible, there is something unknowable?
Which is unknowable. That's why the scientists take the name. Science is what is just explored out of the nature. Science has not done anything, it has not gone beyond the nature, right? This is the exploration. This is just taking things, what was already in the nature, that is what is brought in the practical life, right? So there is always a war between science and religion. Only the difference is that science has been advanced, religion has not been advanced. Religion also must go on scientifically advancing, developing its principles and theories, and then people believe exactly, oh, it is also a science. Astrology is a science, right?
Okay, let us not talk about science.
Yes. So my point is, even religion is a science, a kind of science, if it is properly guided, properly taken in a better path. See, early in the morning, people get up and then go just around the banyan tree and fig tree, and they move around there. There is a scientific reason just to get better, fresher air, right? So it is not scientifically described, and people do not believe it. Right? And if we try to explore the things there inside all these religious texts, we can find the scientific facts. In what do you call that? Veda, in Richa, it is called. It is said there already, there is a fire in water. Alright?
And we got electricity.
Right? So exploration of this fire in water is applied there through the scientific ideas. It wasn't in religious texts. So many things are there inside the religious text. It is to be explored and made scientific one, so that people can believe in it. This is my argument.
All right. Science and religion and their diverse factors can take very long time to discuss on. But my point is, in order to form a better society, in order to form a sinless society, what should people do? What should the government do? Or how can the government utilize the findings of your research?
Findings should be applied. Findings should be studied. Findings should be questioned. Findings should be tested in the society. Findings should be
useful to society?
Findings should be experimented. And until and unless it is not experimented, it is not just given to the society to learn the things and to apply even in normal forms, it remains useless, worthless, valueless. There are so many findings in the world. And the scientific findings are tested.
Yes.
It is untested yet, right? So your question is, I know that how it can be changed.
My question is, how can your present research,
yes,
or how can the findings of your present research be applied in the society to refrain people from committing crimes?
Exactly. The only way is to inject the kind of fear in their heart, and they have to give the idea of example of good work, doing good work and getting just a reward, and doing evil, getting just a punishment. That is the same case, right? And if we just give these sort of ideas there, and then if they realize, if the society realizes, and it can be applied, right? And what I have found, exactly talking about hell, talking about the rulers there in the hell, judges and all these things, I have realized myself in the real earth. The judges are the judges of the hell, right? Yes, isn't it? The rulers of these countries are the rulers of the hell.
Rulers of the inferno.
Inferno, right? And these administrators of the hell are the administrators of policemen are there, armies are there. All these things are metaphorically already applied in our day-to-day life here or not.
Allegorically applied.
Allegorically it is applied. So that is the narration, story, people may not believe in it. But when we give the exact example how it is applied for the sinners, corrupt, those people who are being corruption are punished in the jail, only the defect is they are just sold with the money, and they do not give proper punishment to the proper sinners.
Okay.
That is the difference, right? Otherwise, it is
right.
already applied. This example should be given to them to apply the findings of my research,
All right.
isn't it?
That's great. We have really had a great time with you. So, I've taken so many interviews and so many issues, but this is the first time talking about the Garuda Puranam and the Inferno. So, it's really great talking to you, and I feel the program could be of 4 or 5 hours so that we could talk even more.
Yes, we can go.
Yeah.
There are
So,
many ideas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
There is
your
one idea.
precious
Still,
time.
there is one
Yeah.
idea. Exactly, the philosophy of fear has been it has been immersed day to day. It is a new philosophy.
Okay.
And our Nepali philosopher, Desubba, has written a text,
Okay.
philosophy of fearism.
Who has written? Did you say?
Desubba, he is in
Yes.
Hong Kong. He is in Hong Kong. And he has written that many books other related with fears with Dr. Michael Fisher, he is in Canada. And another Osina Katsi is from Nigeria. And this fear, though it has been established from a Nepali guy, this from Hong Kong, it is just going on and on to the Western countries, and they are just realizing it as a real philosophy, as a true philosophy. That's why I am the first man to apply that philosophy in my research.
Congratulations.
That's a new idea.
That's really great.
Alright.
So, I really love to talk to you for a long time, but because of the limitation of time, I must end it right now. Thank you for your precious time and great knowledge that you have imparted us through our Aakash Television.
It's alright. Thank you very much for your calling here, and all the people who are just concerned to listen these talks. They would be getting more information, and then that would be meaningful. I hope let them just read it, listen it, and then apply the real my findings in their real life. Right? That would be very good. Thank you very much for your this opportunity giving in this Wellington too. Right?
Thank you so much, dear audience, and we are really grateful to Dr. Bhawani Adhikari for his precious time, and we had a nice talk. In the days to come as well, I'll come with more issues concerning human life and experiences. Thank you.